This video is in response to the Tabernacle, who made some statements about me that are factually incorrect and have to do with their defending of bad empanada. This asshole. So here's the comment, them saying that I helped make a video which defamed them and slandered them, which wasn't true. And I am, according to them, credited as one of the authors, which also isn't true. So very quickly I'm going to issue a response to them, but I will also have a variety of things that I mention very briefly, specifically my dossier on bad empanada, but also several apologies that I gave. Months ago, mind you, Essay 9.25, Apologizing for Misapplied Research, asking for the Tabernacle's help. And furthermore, where I go on President Sunday's second channel, I believe, and I am explaining the context behind what happened with Trash Discourse, while also giving multiple receipts where I ask Trash to apologize beyond what they ultimately did. You can read these if you want. As well as months ago now, back in December 2025, where I let the Tabernacle know that I had issued an apology. I was not the author of the video that Trash made. And furthermore, I tried to explain that publicly on my own channel, but also with President Sunday, and I tried to get Trash to apologize. Here are my receipts with Trash, and my only interactions with them regarding the Tabernacle personally. Trash calls the Tabernacle uninformed and says the video that they'll be making focuses on bad empanada, then how he and others cause harm with their content. I did not write or approve anything in their video. In other words, I'm not the video author. You can pause this and read it. I'll leave the description and I'll leave the link to these receipts in the description, as well as all the other things I just mentioned. But essentially, to sum it up, they reach out saying they're doing a video about bad empanada. They only mention the Tabernacle here to make a comparison to bad empanada, but still don't tell me that they are making a video about the Tabernacle specifically. And even here, they say they are mostly going to break down how they think these kinds of guys damage the communities they're a part of in material and dangerous ways, and break down some of bad empanada and others' tweets and content and the messaging within it. So they don't even tell me that they're making a video about the Tabernacle specifically. And I had only approved them or citing my dossier on bad empanada because, to my knowledge, when I gave permission, the video was only about bad empanada. And they were supposed to get back to me to let me know what they would be citing, but they never did. And when they released their video, if memory serves, they just tagged me at the end and said, "Hi, here's this person, they released this stuff about bad empanada," and they took all of that and tried to apply it to the Tabernacle, which I never consented to. I never agreed to that. They were citing me, and the thing they were citing doesn't have anything about the Tabernacle until I had to do damage control and put something in the document that says, "Hi, Trash cited my document badly." That doesn't make me the author of their video. Their opinion is their own. It's not mine. And now, all of that being said, you'll have access to all of this information. This is what I have to say to the Tabernacle specifically. Keeping all of that in mind, again, with you, I want to ask, I've gone to bat for you multiple times, and you're ignoring all of this evidence that I'm providing, including receipts that I gave months ago, to continue defending bad empanada. And my only question is why? Why are you doing that? As far as I can tell, it is pretty easy to demonstrate that bad empanada is fascist, because it's possible to defend the Palestinians and be a fascist. You have multiple people on the alt-right in America who are, at this point, against Israel. If they can do it, bad empanada can do it. And if you continue to defend bad empanada by saying things about me that are demonstrably false, which is to say I helped make a video defaming you, which I didn't, and in my opinion, it's not defamation because it was Trash's opinion. But it wasn't my opinion, okay? So I didn't tell them to say that. That was their opinion. So you're saying multiple things that are false about me to defend Bad Empanada, someone that I've proven repeatedly is fascist. Because if you say that trans people should be thrown into labor camps, and go to town, Donald, and that we're useless eaters, alongside indigenous people, alongside furries, plural people, disabled people. My partner's an indigenous Therian anti-Zionist ecologist from New Zealand. They're not even from America. And Bad Empanada is targeting them. Not just me, and also all of the people that work with me on my book series. So you're choosing to defend Bad Empanada and basically tell people lies about me, and on top, in my opinion, and based on my research, and then furthermore, to ignore all of the evidence by virtue of that. By telling people these lies about me, you are sweeping my evidence about Bad Empanada under the rug, but also, ironically, my apologies to you. Why are you doing that? It makes me think that to some degree, if Trash was wrong about you initially, they're not wrong anymore, because you want to know who defends a fascist? A fascist. So you're doing fascist stuff, and I would ask you kindly to stop doing that, and to stop insinuating that I had anything to do with Trash Discourse's video, except give them an information packet on Bad Empanada. Good day, sir.